What's up, you guys, and welcome to another episode of the Real Talk with Silos. I am your host, Silos, and today we are back with another TV spoiler-filled review of the one and only Empire. This is season 6, episode 4. Before we dive into it, guys, please, I appreciate all the support. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's get real in the comments. Let me know what you guys think of this upcoming review and what you want to see more of. Really appreciate it. Well, now with all that put aside, let's dive right into the one and only Empire. Alright, so as I said before, I got my little notebook, I got my stuff. So the first thing that I wrote down that we're going to get into is Lucius and Damien. So pretty much we start with the baptism of Andre's son, which is Walker Lion, I believe. Yeah, Walker Lion. That's the son's name, Walker. And everybody's there, and everybody's actually surprised that Lucius is there at the church, which is kind of crazy. But then he gets a phone call, and the phone call is telling him, "We have a spot on Damien." And he goes ahead and he lets everybody know. He's like, "Look, guys," he lets Cookie know, "I have to take care of some business." Then, of course, when the time comes for Walker to get baptized, Lucius is not there. But then at the time during when he's getting baptized, what's happening is Lucius is actually meeting up at a spot where Damien is, and he's walking up on Damien with a gun in his hand, and Damien has a gun in his hand, but he's inside his car. And so he's getting out, and they meet face to face. And then they kind of, there's cops around, there's people around, so none of them really do anything. They just kind of come to an agreement. Because Lucius is like, "You pretty much threaten my grandkids. When there's people showing up to come, take away my grandkids, that's too far. And trust me, you don't want me to do the same thing to you. Your daughter's alive, your daughter's safe." And he goes, "What do you know about my daughter?" And that's when I thought that Lucius was gonna end up telling him that I slept with your daughter, but I guess not. that never came to par. So they come to an agreement, and they agree that family out of the line, whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen between them two. And I'm glad that they did that, because the whole "I'm gonna use your family against you," like that whole storyline, it's been used so many times in so many other seasons that we're just like, all right, man, there has to be something else that somebody could use. That we don't got to see little kids getting hurt. We don't got to see, it was grandkids. We don't got to see that. All right. So that's my first one. I'm going to go ahead and scratch that off. All right. The next one which was pretty cool. Lucius is back. He's back, living, he's free, and he's in Empire. And, of course, Andre was in charge. And last episode we saw that he made himself permanent CEO of Empire. And so, Lucius has a little slide back comments about it. And, Andre the whole time is thinking, damn, like, is he going to, leave it that way? And Lucius does the right thing and lets Andre, stay in charge. And he does a big thing, and Andre, he puts right away, he's like, "Thanks, Dad, I really appreciate it, thanks, Pops." And he puts Lucius to work, and he tells, "Look, man, this movie, the Empire movie, is everything's in your hands right now. Like without that movie, like, things will not work out. So we need to make sure that this movie is moving forward." So he tells Lucius, like, "We need you to go ahead, talk to script writers, do what you gotta do, and change everything." And rightfully so, Lucius does, and he takes it overboard. Then he finds out about I forgot her name. I think it's Tracy or something like that. The white lady from Philly. Yeah. So he finds out that she has a 50% stake in the company, which is wild. She's trying to change everything, and he's just like, "Look, man, you ain't doing nothing here, so you need to just get rolling." So that'll be fun to see where that goes. So I wrote this down. I just thought it was funny to talk about. Cookie, she was really hilarious. And a lot happened with Cookie this episode. So she's on, you know how she's on that talk show, and she just, so for some reason, these two white girls that she's on a talk show with, like, they just feel like they need to bash Cookie. And I'm just like, bro, like, have y'all never lived? Like, y'all don't have shit going on in your life? Why are you gotta, you know, it's a typical whole, oh, a white woman can do what she wants and a black woman can't, pretty much. That's the whole thing. But it's like, it's just, why is it that every time Cookie retaliates for defending herself that she's overreacting or she's being mean? It's like, come on, man. Like, I would do the same thing. And that's not because I'm black or white or whatnot. Like, you gonna disrespect me, I'm gonna disrespect you on live television. I'm gonna do it, you know, because she mentioned something about the lady's husband, that she be sleeping with somebody, or she ain't wanna. The husband doesn't want to see her naked or some shit like that, and the lady starts crying on live television, and you know, it's just like, okay, bitch, like, you had this coming. All right, you had this coming. So yeah, that's what I wanted to write. But yeah, we already talked about this, that Lucius is running the movie, and you know, that he's changing it all up. Like, this dude who was writing the movie before had it like some cookie cutter thing, and now he's making it like what Empire should be, which is cool. It's cool to see him a part of it and see what's going on with that. Yeah. So now back to Cookie. She realizes, you know, she goes back to the therapist, because last week she went to a therapist. So this week she goes, like, she cuts into the therapist session and just tells the person who's in there, you need to get out. I need to express myself. And she started realizing that she is having a really rocky time trying to figure out where she is now with Lucius, with everything that's going on. And she's just like I can't deal with it anymore. She hasn't been sleeping, she hasn't been doing stuff. So, you know, that's when I'm gonna go ahead and jump down to here. That's when she realizes, you know, that she just needs to forgive Lucius for what happened and understand, because she still blames him for Lucius trying to help Andre kill himself. But then she realizes, in a sense, that, like, in that sense, you know, you don't, like, he kind of had no choice, pretty much, is what she was trying to say. But then she realizes, it's like, you know, you're still my man. You should have told me the truth, and we could have worked it out together. And yeah, so that was that. So, but then, you know, Lucius has this whole blowout with Andre and telling him how he doesn't know, because Tiana stands up for herself with this whole thing that happened last week about her being pro-life, and she did it at the wrong time. She did it on stage in front of, you know, one of the people who it was like a $20 billion contract, something like that, and they were like, Andre, you're wasting my time, get out of my face, and just walked away while Tiana stood up for herself. So that was, yeah, that was crazy. And then, you know, Lucius at this point is just like, I'm gone for, what was it, 5 months or something like that, and you guys are like, you can't do shit without me. So he kind of loses it, and then at that point, he's in the kitchen by himself, and that's when Cookie comes in. You know, the family at this point is like off, and they kind of have a serious conversation, and they're just talking back and forth. And Cookie's just like, you know, like, look, I forgive you for what happened, and I want to move forward, and I still love you. I mean, you still love me, right? And Lucius is like, honestly, I don't know. It was a no, but he said, I honestly don't know anymore. Like, I can't anymore. So, yeah, that's where I wrote down. Cookie and Lucius are very rocky. So then this is the whole side thing that, you know, Becky and the other girl, they're running their own business. It's like a lady power business. And they try to sign Tiana under Andre, like, you know, without Andre knowing. And they end up doing it. And Becky wasn't about it. Like, she's like, we don't do that here. Like, and I don't stand for, you know, I don't really mess with Tiana. I don't want to do that. And rightfully so. We've seen Tiana and Becky have a lot of backlash back and forth. And she's like, look, I've been there. I don't want to do that again. And I don't think it's going to work out. Like, she could go ahead and say what she wants, and that's her. But I don't want her in our business. I think the type of woman that she is, it's not the type of woman that we want in our business, like who we want to stand for. And the other girl, I always forget her name, but she's like, well, if you want to make this business about standing up for women like Tiana need to have a chance to stand up for themselves too. So there's like a whole thing of going back and forth and stuff like that. So it was kind of crazy. But yeah, she ends up signing for the company, and Becky kind of just swallows it and just like, yeah, I guess, you know, she's a part of the company now. So yeah, that was crazy. And then this right here is the big one of them all, and this is the ending to a little teaser of what's gonna happen in the future. And I think this is just how they're gonna end the series. It's Cookie. Cookie gets, you know, she's talking about how she fell in love, how she's in love, and how she's finally sleeping and realizing that, you know, you caught me slipping in a way. And that's that when she gets into her car at the end, we see her get into the car and the car blows up like crazy. And that's that. It cuts on screen and it says 9 months later. You see Cookie laughing, getting in the car, about to leave, and the car just freaking explodes. And that's where it ends. So we know in the beginning of the season, we saw Lucius getting shot. And then at the end, we saw Cookie getting blown up. So we don't know what is going on. This could be Damien. This could be, we saw Frida Gatz earlier, you know, last episode in the beginning. So we don't know who it is. We could be anybody. You guys let me know in the comments. Let me know what you guys think of this episode and how this episode was, and who you think is the one killing everybody off in these future move forward events that we're seeing. But yeah, guys, that's all I have for season 6, episode 4 of Empire. Like I said earlier, I know I repeat myself a lot in these videos, but please comment, like, subscribe. I really appreciate you guys who've been supporting me. But yeah, let's get real in the comments about Empire. Let me know what you guys think. And without further ado, guys, I'll let you get out of here. Be safe. Appreciate it.